Morning Philippines, we are live here at the Malacanang Palace to have a one-on-one interview with our President, Ms. Thea Alodia Orendain, regarding the situation in Mimaropa brought about by the Super Typhoon Marine. Good morning, Ms. President. I would just like to ask about the situation on the people in Mimaropa. Can you give us any updates about what's happening there right now?
Typhoon Maring entered the Philippine Area of Responsibility on 11 February 2018 and was moving towards easternmost provinces of Luzon and Visayas. Maring made landfall in Palawan on 13 February 2018 with winds up to 285 kilometers per hour that caused heavy damages to properties and crops. Maring also brought heavy rainfall in the affected areas of Mimaropa region, including the provinces in the Visayas region, Leyte and Samar. That resulted in flash floods in areas near the river and as well as landslides. The typhoon caused 29,363 persons to be evacuated to government evacuation centers. Roads to small municipalities were blocked by debris, and there was interruption in power and communications. Further, we have recorded 32 casualties, composed of 16 injuries, 15 fatalities, and 1 person still missing.
So, Ms. President, given that there were a lot of casualties, there were a lot of damages in Mimaropa, what is the government going to do to address these problems immediately?
We are particularly focusing on people, infrastructures, and rebuilding. For the people, the Department of Social Welfare and Development will continue to provide relief assistance, which includes food, clean drinking water, medicines, hygiene kits, and other items to people and families inside the evacuation centers. The DepEd will organize activities and alternative classes for children to help them deal with the stress or trauma that they may have experienced. The DOH will set up clinics in each of the evacuation center to treat injuries or sickness and prevent the spread of any diseases within the centers. They will also oversee the water sanitation and hygiene program for evacuees and will also conduct mental health and psychosocial support for adults. Meanwhile, the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police are conducting rescue and recovery operations in the affected areas. They are also delivering relief goods and medicines to communities that were not able to evacuate together with the Philippine Red Cross. For infrastructures, the Department of Public Works and Highways will be working with the local government units to clear any debris on the roads and highways to restore the transportation network in the affected areas. Meanwhile, the Department of Energy is supporting the local electric cooperatives to restore power to these areas by establishing the power lines in the grid. The Local Water Utilities Administration is providing assistance to local water providers to bring back clean water to communities. Further, the Department of Information Communications Technology is supporting the telecommunication companies in restoring mobile phone coverage in the areas affected. For rebuilding, using the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, a Cash for Work program will be implemented by the DSWD to mobilize local residents to support the clearing of debris and reconstruction of affected buildings. The government will also provide financial assistance of 30,000 pesos and 10,000 pesos to residents for the reconstruction of their totally or partially damaged homes respectively. The Department of Agriculture will distribute free vegetable and rice seeds, fertilizers, as well as farm implements to farmers whose crops and livelihoods were greatly affected. The government is also working with non-government organizations such as private foundations, international organizations, and aid agencies such as the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement, Habitat for Humanity, and various united agencies such as UN Habitat, World Food Program, UNICEF, and others to support the physical, social, and economic components of the affected communities.
What do you want to say to our fellow Filipino men who are suffering this tragedy brought about by Super Typhoon Marine.
To my fellow countrymen, you are not alone in this time of difficulty. Your government, our partners, and our agencies are working together to find solutions to this problem and to help you recover from this event. We are also working together to make your towns, communities, and families more resilient to future disasters. Thank you.